What's up, guys? My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel where we talk about money and mindset as well as my family's own journey to pay off six-figure debt. So if you like videos like that, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new updates. Today we're talking net worth. We are looking at the change in our net worth over the month of February 2022. And if you like this spreadsheet, you can get it for yourself to use for your own net worth tracking. It is available for free, and so the link for that will be in the video description. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, net worth is calculated by taking your assets, so everything you own, minus your liabilities, which is everything that you owe. So let's start out by looking at our assets. First of all, we have our house that is worth $460,000, or that's what started out at the beginning of February. Zillow actually said it went up by $10,000, but you guys know I like to be conservative if you watched my videos before. So we just did an increase of $5,000 to $465,000. So that was a change of $5,000. Next, we've got our savings, which is our emergency fund and sinking fund. So that started out the month at just over $12,000 and ended the month at $11,331. So that was a decrease of $746. And that wasn't any spending out of our emergency fund. That was spending from our sinking funds. So our sinking funds, I go over in our monthly budget updates if you want to get more detail about the breakdown of how those all work. But even though we put money in, we do spend money from our sinking funds every single month. So net, we had a decrease of $746 in the month of February. Now, February was a tough month for investing, but we did put a good amount into my husband's retirement. So he ended up the month overall with a positive increase in his retirement accounts. So he started out the month at $55,179 and ended the month at $55,462. So that was an increase of $283. We put in a lot more than $283. We put in almost $1,600. So you can see how much the stock market went down. But honestly, it doesn't bother me at all when our investments go down because I know that's part of the deal with investing. Investments go up and down, and in the long term, they have historically always gone up by a significant percent. So we're in it for the long game, and it really doesn't bother me, the month-to-month fluctuations. I still really enjoy updating our net worth because there's a lot of other things going on just besides our stock market investing in our net worth statement. For my retirement, we did see a loss because I didn't contribute anything to retirement in the month of February. So I started out at $23,962 and went down to $23,364. So that was a decrease of just under $600. Next, for brokerage, let me scroll down to the breakdown down here. So I contribute to several brokerage accounts. First of all, Fidelity, I didn't put anything in the month of February, I don't believe. So it went to 108, and that was a change of $26. It went down by $26. And then for M1 Finance, I started out with a balance of $4,178 and ended at $43.27. So that was an increase of $149. That was because I did contribute to that account through this month. It was actually just referrals from you guys. So I had 5 referrals. So when you guys sign up for an account and deposit $100, you get $50 as a sign up bonus. And then I also get $50 for referring you. So thank you guys so much for anybody who used my link in the month of February. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited that we are investing along together. And if you want to check out M1 Finance, that deal is going through the end of March at this point, I believe, unless it gets extended. So if you want to open an account and get your $50, I will put the link in the video description. And then for Acorns, my account started out at $635 and went down to $614. I did have 1 referral, so Acorns also has a referral program. If you guys open an account, you get $5, and I also get $5. So I did have 1 referral this month, but overall net, I did lose $21 in this account because I wasn't able to contribute any of my own money to Acorns this month. And finally, Coinbase, I don't put any of my own money into here. I just do their learn and earn. So everything in here is just basically from doing those learn and earn things over time. And they're just short videos or articles that you read, and then you answer a quiz question and you get free crypto. So it's all different types. And yeah, so I started out with $72 and it went up to $83. So that was an increase of $11. So total in my brokerage accounts, which are all after-tax investing accounts, I started out at $5,919 and ended at $6,032. So overall, that was an increase of $113. All right, our HSA, this is a health savings account. We do use this for medical expenses. So we started out with $42.81, and we did have some medical expenses in the month of February. So it went down to $3,985, and that was a decrease of $296. And then our cars, I really don't change this, so they stayed at $17,500. So total assets for the month started out at $578,918 and increased to $582,674. That was an increase of $37.56 for the month. So we are getting close to $600,000 in assets. Like, we should hit that maybe before the mid-year point. So that'll be a cool milestone to see. All right, let's take a look at our liabilities, which are large and really hurting our net worth, which is why we are on a debt-free journey to get our student loans paid off. So first of all, our mortgage went from $301,892 to $301,380, and that was a change of $512. That's just the decrease in principal from making our normal minimum payment. My student loans went from $184,142 to $182,484, and that was a decrease of $1,658. This is the debt that we are targeting currently, so any extra money we have in the month we are putting towards my student loan. Next, we have my husband's student loan, which started out at $84,524 and ended the month at $83,890. So again, this is just the minimum payment, but we do pay off a good amount of principal by just making the minimum payment. And so his loan went down by $634 this month. And then finally, our American Express card. I hate having this on here. I say it every single month, but we are really getting close to the point where this balance is going to get paid off. Technically, we are in credit card debt, but the reason is because I got Invisalign and opened a new credit card so we could get our sign up bonus points and cash back and stuff, and we would have 0% financing on it for 12 months. We did have the cash to pay for it, and we could have just paid for it out of the HSA, but we decided against that and to just put it on an Amex, see how much we could get in cash back points and rewards for a year, and then pay the difference off with our HSA at that point. So we started out with the Invisalign costing $4,200, and now this card is down to $2,808. So this month, just from cashback rewards, we were able to decrease the balance by $67, and we are getting close to the 1 year mark. June will be the 1 year mark. So we've got March, April, and May left before we're going to pay this card off. And I'm so impatient because I hate having credit card debt. When we got rid of our credit card debt, I said never again. And even though it's credit card debt, we aren't paying a penny of interest on this credit card debt. So I don't like having it, but at the same time, it's not costing us anything, and it's giving us more time to use cashback rewards to get this balance paid down. So we have gotten quite a bit, over $1,000 of cashback rewards on this card in the past year. So I think it has been worth it, even though we've had to be patient, and it's been kind of annoying to have it on our net worth spreadsheet. But I do definitely look forward to getting this balance paid off in the very near future, and this being off our net worth and having no credit card debt. So total liabilities went from $573,433 to $570,562, and that was a decrease of $2,871. So overall, our net worth went from $54,85 to $12,112. That was an increase of $6,627. So again, if it goes down in a month, it wouldn't be the end of the world. If our house goes down in value or our investments go down in value, then that's fine. But really, if we're having any sort of growth in our investments or savings or anything, plus the difference of our debts decreasing, it's really fun to see faster growth than we would see if we're just tracking our debts. So I do really enjoy tracking our net worth because you do see faster progress than you do compared to just tracking your debt payoff. So this percent growth is pretty silly at this point because we just got into the positives. We were at a negative net worth for many, many years. And as of December of 2021, we just finally hit a positive net worth. And so the growth percent is pretty outrageous at this point. 220% doesn't really tell us much because we have such a small net worth. It's so close to zero, like any growth looks really large. But as we get higher up in the numbers, this percent growth will be more telling of how we actually did in the month. I mean, if we had a really high net worth and that was our growth percent, that would be great too. But that's just not as likely when you get to higher net worth numbers. So anyway, let's take a look at where we've gone this year. So we started out at the end of December with a net worth of $10,000. In January, I took out my daughter's 529, so it went down to $5,400. And then in February, now we are back up to $12,000. So this is officially the highest net worth we have ever had in our lives. And it is just really great to be in the positives and see where this is going. So there is like a trend line that shows where the growth is heading. And it looks like we might end the year with a net worth of $25,000. But I think it's a little bit off because we did take the 529 out in January. So it's showing it's going to be less. But let's say, okay, we went up by 6,600. So let's say we went up by another like 6,000 next month, 18,000. You can see already that trend line. If we go up by another 6,000 next month, is already going to be looking more towards like 50,000 instead of 25,000. So our goal for the year is to end our net worth between 50 and 100,000. So if we end somewhere in this range by the end of the year, I will be really, really excited about that. They say the first 100,000 is the hardest, and I agree with that, probably for most people who don't start with a negative $200,000 net worth. Over the last 2 years, we have crawled out of a massive hole with a negative net worth of like 230,000 or more at one point. I wasn't even fully tracking it when it was at its worst. And now we are at a positive number. And so that was an increase in our net worth of probably like 250,000. And I would say that's probably the hardest part for us, was getting into the positives, and the next 100,000, getting to our first 100,000, I think it's going to be really exciting, but I don't think it's going to be as hard as it was getting back to broke, like back to zero. So at least I'm hoping, fingers crossed. So we'll see how this year goes. But just knowing we're in the positive numbers, like I'm just way less urgent to see this number grow, because I know we're investing the percent of money that we want to be investing, and we're paying off debt as rapidly as we can. And other than that, like the market's going to do what the market's going to do. And I don't really care what it looks like until I'm much closer to retirement in like 10 to 20 years. So that is it for this month's update. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you like the spreadsheet, I give it to you guys for free as a thank you for supporting my channel. The link will be in the video description. If you like this video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps with my channel and helps other people see this video. And if you want to subscribe and watch our net worth grow over time and watch us pay off this ridiculous amount of debt we have here in student loans, which is currently at $266,000, then make sure you also hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. And I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.